Hi guys, how are you? This is Alberola and I'm here to answer a short questionnaire from my friends from Bachata Takeover Bucharest. It's very interesting questionnaire. Okay, we have a few questions that normally we don't get asked in another interviews. So I'm gonna try to answer everything and I'm gonna try to be brief. Yes? Okay, so let's start. So the first question is, what was your dream when you were little? Did you fight to achieve it? So I don't recall to have any special wish, when I was a child, like to become an astronaut or a football player or something like that. The first memories that I had, that I have is when I was a teenager, and it was, regarding dance. So it's when I started to watch some movies about dance, and when I really wanted to become a dancer. So yeah, I think I have achieved that, fortunately. Second question, how did you get where you are now? Who helped you? Okay, this is a very interesting question. So in bachata, I would say I didn't have a lot of help. Like I didn't have any godfather in bachata, mainly because I'm there from the beginnings in sensual bachata, at least from the starters. So probably people that that I can think of are Cork and Judith, of course. Probably Cork helped me at the beginning at some point with giving me good advices and pushing me and trusting me enough to become judge on the early stages of different competitions like Bachata Stars, for example, and some others. So yeah, but apart from that, I didn't have any godfather in bachata. So like all that I have is because I worked for it myself. Okay, third question. What is your power as an artist? Um, I would say that's a difficult question. I think that my power is to be um, a good teacher as an artist, a good teacher, and I think I'm very good to put myself on the shoes of other people, like people who are starting to dance or who have different needs, like, or for instance, like for beginners or for people who want to compete or for people who have a school and they need like a syllabus, start teaching. I think I'm good on those kind of things, more on the teaching side of it and coaching side of the dance. Yeah, that's what I feel more comfortable with and what I think I'm good. Um, so, fourth question is, what is your freedom? Mm, for this question, so I understand it means like what means freedom to me, right? And I would say freedom, it means to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with the people that I want. So like to have enough money to do that. I'm not at that point yet, but I'm working for it. Um, because at the end, for me, it's not question, for example, of like when you talk about quality of life sometimes, and sometimes people associate quality of life with only with money. And of course, money helps, but it's not only that. And for me, it will be important to have enough money to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with the people that I want. That will be like freedom and quality of life for me. Okay, next question is, how much of what you are now means your mistakes? So for this question, I understand that it's like how I learn from my mistakes. Well, like with the years, with the experience, I've learned that this famous quote, no, that says that sometimes you succeed and sometimes you learn, and it's exactly like that. I don't feel a failure, when you know when I fail or when I do some mistakes, I feel that I'm learning, and I've done many mistakes in personal life and in my professional life, but I think they are necessary to get to the point where you want to get, or to the point that I'm right now. I think those mistakes were necessary. Um, it seems like a very common phrase to say. It's like a very common quote, like, but I think it's true. In my experience, I think it's true. And you need to make mistakes to learn on the things that you need to improve. And then that is going to get you to the next level for sure. Next question. Do you still keep in touch with your childhood friends? Maybe one or two of them, and that's one of the things that, with the pass of time, when you think back and think about it, is one of the things that I always try to don't do the same mistake again. With the friends that I'm doing in the last years, because it's true. Sometimes you just relax or chill with your relationships, and because for whatever reasons, because you have different lives, or because you move to a different country, or whatever, it happens, and I'm not happy about it. I know that it's one of the things that I have to improve, because sometimes when you create meaningful relationships in your life, those are the relationships that you should keep, because it's what makes sense. One of the parts in your life that makes sense is to have meaningful relationships. Next question. What is the most beautiful day that you have lived in your career and in your personal life? Okay, so I don't remember like specific days. Well, probably, yeah, like when I got my results for my university, or but I think it's more interesting to talk, in my case, for like moments in life, more than one specific day, no? So the most beautiful day or moment that I lived in my career, probably it has been when I won my first bachata championship. That was very important for me. And then as well, when I started traveling, like my first trip, international trip, as well. And the first, probably like the first workshop. So like the first moments that something happened for me, and like career-wise, I think those are the most important, because it was the beginning of everything, of who I am now. And in my personal life, probably the most important moment that I remember, it was a moment where I was in a bad moment in my life, professional and personal, way before dancing, right? So you have, sometimes everybody has these moments in life, or almost everybody, and nobody was going good or how I would like to. And then I decided to leave everything behind, and I was in a business. I sold my business, I sold everything, and then I moved to Australia. And I was in a pretty bad place mentally, and then that was like the best decision that I did at that moment in my life. It was like 1 year of traveling, of getting experience, of knowing different cultures, and I came back stronger than ever. Like after that trip, I came back to Spain, and then everything started to happen. Is when I started dancing Latin dance, because I used to dance ballroom dance for many years, but it's when I started with salsa first and bachata later, and everything was because of that trip. So this is, when somebody asks me, this is like probably like the best memories of my life, like that year there. it helped me grow as a person. Okay, next question is, what advice would you give to those who want to follow in your footsteps? So this is a question that I get a lot of times. I get asked a lot of times. People who start in dancing and they want to start teaching, or they want to start to become an artist, or they want to compete, etc. And normally I say the same to everyone, and because people at the beginning, most of the people, not everyone, but most of the people don't follow the proper steps to get where they have to get. It's like to learn properly. This is the first thing. That is, many people don't do that because they don't have the patience to do that, and they want to reach there faster. So it will be like to learn properly, and and then like try to be the best version of what they can be. Try to be original and different, and to do things that not other people are doing. And in this career, it's super important as well to be super professional. It's one of the things that differentiates you from the rest, is to be professional in everything, from your image, your social media, your logo, your presentation letter to the festivals when you start, how the way you behave on the festivals, not only in the workshops, as from the minute you enter the festival to when you finish and you have to leave, like all these things. So basically, the advice will be: don't try to rush it. Follow all the steps. Learn properly and with respect for the people who are in the scene already. And if you have respect, probably all of these people or many of these people are gonna help you, but always with respect and with the process and with the time that this process needs, And then try to be original, try to be different, and try to be professional. Yes? What else? What is your motto in life? That's difficult as well, huh? I don't know. I think my motto in life it's just very simple. It's try to be a good person, and try to create meaningful relationships with people. As I said before, this is one of the things that I came to realize with the time. That for me, these links that these relationships that we establish at some point with someone in our life, some relationships are gonna continue for a long time. Some other relationships are gonna end up before than that. But at the end, like your life is a path, and all these people, all these relationships are what is gonna make your life better or worse, and for me it's important to create these meaningful relationships. What else? Who is the fictional character you love? I don't know. I don't have any, Superman or Batman or something like that. Probably like Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump, because it's, if you saw the movie, is the proof that anyone can do anything. In the movie, all the things that he achieved to do, he did it finally. And I just love that, It's like any normal person can do almost anything. So that's why I love Forrest Gump. And as a conclusion, what would you like to convey to your fans? Nothing special. That I'm very happy. It has been a hard time for everyone, for all the artists and the dance world in general, with the pandemic and everything. So I'm just happy to still be here doing as an artist. I mean, that I can still be teaching and traveling and dancing and doing what I love. So because yeah, it has been hard, but now we are starting again, step by step, and I'm just so happy, you know, like to have these meaningful relationships and to have the people who follows me all around the world. This is one of the things that I feel more proud of, is to have people that I really love and trust, that friendships that I've met during the years, rather than they are like students or just other artists or organizers all around the world, you know. And this is the most important for me, and I just want to say thank you for all the people who follows me. And yeah, I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon somewhere in the world. Send you a big kiss and hug. Beso para todos from Barcelona. Bye bye.